So, it's 2021 and you've just finished watching Dororo. So naturally, you're so inspired and enraged that you want to experience the action yourself. Of course, not in real life because demons do not exist, and if they did, you would not stand a chance. Instead, you hop on Steam and look for a video game that revolves around massacring demons. You thank the gods that Demon Souls is not on PC because we all know that you have no self-control and would play it even if it puts you in a bad mood afterward. GetsuFumaDen Undying Moon is the game you decide to download because this ukiyo-e inspired title seems unique from the start. GetsuFumaDen is a 2D roguelite platformer that is developed and published by Konami. Although it is still in early access, it has a lot to offer. So today I will talk about 3 topics: level design, combat, and the future of this title, so you can decide whether or not you want to spend your money on this game. The level design of this game is a bit similar to Dead Cells. It is as if they took inspiration from Dead Cells and expanded upon it. The journey through each stage is also linear, which I found a little disappointing given that the layout of each level would lend itself well to some non-linear progression. The levels appear to be procedurally generated, but I might be mistaken. Each level feels unique and stands out thanks to its outstanding art design. There were times in the beginning when I had to pause just to appreciate how beautiful this game is. It makes dying more bearable, and oh boy are you going to die a lot. The ukiyo-e design adds a sense of mystery, which is a great way to stimulate one's imagination. Just like in conventional roguelites, once you die, you have to start over with some stats transferring over to subsequent runs. There are many weapons and sub-weapons to use and unlock as you progress through the game. You have the option to unlock upgrades on weapons which you can activate throughout your runs. In addition, the game allows you to withdraw after each boss encounter, allowing you to keep all of the items you find. These materials are used to upgrade your equipment. There are other additional stats that you may improve as you put more time into the game, such as vitality, damage, and so on. Overall, I found the early game to be difficult, gradually increasing with each succeeding level. Nonetheless, they become easier with each run to the point where you could run through some with a breeze, although they are designed in a way to punish you as soon as you become too comfortable. GetsuFumaDen is a hack and slash featuring some of the most visually stunning attacks I've seen in a roguelite. As I mentioned before, there are numerous weapons to use, each with its own unique movement and special attack. The combat is a little slower than I expected, and some of the moves could be a little bit more fluid. I don't think the current movement fully suits our hero. Allow me to elaborate more. A while back, I reviewed a game called Ender Lilies, in which you play as a priestess named Lily. In that game, Lily's movements were a bit clunky, which was okay because it was portraying our priestess, creating an immersive feel for the player. In GetsuFumaDen, you play as Fuma, who is considered to be the strongest warrior in his clan, yet his movements don't portray that. If I could describe the current Fuma in a few sentences, I would say imagine the looks of Kurama, the sword skill of Hiei, and the movement of Kuwabara. I think Konami could make Fuma's movement a bit more fluid by adding a few more attacks like roll attacks and so on. It just feels a little clunky at times. Nevertheless, it is still a lot of fun since you get to slash and execute demons as you make your way to the boss room. Lastly, I would like to touch on what Konami has planned for GetsuFumaDen following the full release. Konami anticipates that the game will be in early access for a year, during which they are planning to listen to feedback through their social media. They are planning to add more stages, weapons, and even playable characters. So Fuma will not be the only protagonist of this game. I am hoping that each of them has its own storyline, thus expanding on their lore. It appears that the additional characters are only playable after purchasing DLC. Also, although unlikely, I'm hoping with the addition of the new stages, they will introduce a bit of non-linear progression. Furthermore, the game lacks secrets within its stages. This can be resolved by adding invisible walls, secret rooms, interactable objects, and so on. As a result, gamers that spend more time exploring each stage will be rewarded for it. It would also be a fantastic idea to include some voice lines. It would improve immersion, allowing gamers to appreciate the game better. I would not mind if the game is in Japanese with English subtitles. GetsuFumaDen is a roguelite with a lot of potentials. We can only wait to see what Konami has in store for us when the game is fully released. I have high hopes for GetsuFumaDen because of the remarkable success of roguelites like Hades and Dead Cells, which decided to stay in early access for a long period. Those games decided to listen to their community before releasing the full game, and Konami appears to be doing the same. That being said, boys and girls, we reached the end of the video. Give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you found it useful. If you hated this video, hit the dislike button twice just to show me how much you really disliked it. This is Pashma and I'm out of here.